Hi, this is Julie at Love's Beginning with a blog post today called Surrendering the Unreal. And before I get to that, I want to say I've been blocked for a few days. I mean, we're always blocking. If we're experiencing a world of strife in any way, we're blocking. Or do I want to look at the other end of the stick, which means I've been allowing layers to come up, deep layers of attachment to this world and believing it's real and believing it has a real impact. Am I allowing that to come up for healing? Maybe that's the end of the stick I want to look at. But anyhow, there I've been, and it's been really intense sometimes. And as far as the messages, the writing, that hasn't really been coming through, but I had one that I started days ago and I just left. And then I had that feeling again, like, well, I could be done. This could be it. I think that every single time, like, I might be done writing now. And then today I read a message from Betty on her website, Guidelines Web, and just it seemed to flip a switch, and suddenly I wanted to finish this thing, and it was a very sudden and interesting experience of the switch flipping and the inspiration being there. And when the inspiration's there, well, you're kind of helpless. I mean, there's really no motivation to do anything else other than what the inspiration would have you do. So it's always a good experience being in that flow. And of course, something we want to be all the time. So thank you to Betty for seeming to flip that switch for me. And here is Surrendering the Unreal. The world you perceive is not a created world. It is a made world. It is a veil obscuring the light. You can feel this veil every time you feel tension. This tension is all about intentionally blocking out awareness of the love you are because you are afraid of the dissolution of the veil. You are accustomed to seeing the veil as your safety. The idea of personal safety is made of many interlocking concepts. When you can see that they are all, without exception, meaningless, you become willing to see what truly is. Anything made in this world reflects back to you a striving, a yearning. All yearning is for love. It's for a return to peace, a complete awareness of what you are. When you look at the things of this world, no matter what they seem to be, no matter what value they seem to have, no matter if they seem to be good or bad, they are all a call for peace. When you are egoically identified, your reason for doing is that in the doing of it, you believe you will get something you are missing. You are thinking you might get peace, safety, or a better self-concept. You are thinking you will avoid guilt. All doings are innocent. They have at their root a yearning for peace, a seeking for a means to allow the inner turmoil to cease. When you catch yourself in judgment of a doing from the past, an anticipated doing in the future, a doing that looks like yours, a doing that looks like it comes from a separate one, remember that no doing has ever been done. All doing is thought. At the level of thought, you can believe yourself into the experience of a doing. To evaluate any of the doings is meaningless. How shall you navigate? You are accustomed to evaluating the doings, approving of the doings, condemning the doings, regretting the doings, planning the doings, and anticipating the doings. This is all happening in mind. What is left when you erase all that, when you see the nothingness of all of that? All that remains is intuition, guidance, the heart. When you truly see that this is all that remains, you are open to guidance. Then there is the thingness of the world you made. The world you made. It's very good to take responsibility for it. You will not be punished for making such a world, since punishment doesn't exist. You will not be condemned for making such a world, since condemnation doesn't exist. The world is where you deliver the experience of both to yourself. When you take responsibility for making the world, you can also let it go. As the maker, you can surrender it. It isn't possible to be victim to that which you can release. So back to the thingness of the world. There seem to be beautiful things and ugly things in the world you made. There can be a beautiful voice. There can be a protest seemingly full of hate. They are equal. They are both expressions of a yearning for a fullness of home. When you learn to look past them both, you are not attached to the world. Being unattached to the world, you are able to release it. Is it possible to not value one worldly thing over another? To not attach to the certainty that one facet of an illusory world is worse than another? Use your ability to question. Remember that we are always here, and we do not believe in a world that is not real. We are able to see you in your state of believing, and we are able to offer assistance to your mind, which is one with ours. So when you see that you are attached to a particular definition of better or worse thingness, ask if this is the truth. Call upon us. We are here to help. We are not here to help you get better thingness, our dear divine sibling. Your attachment to thingness is the cause of your suffering. We are here to help you see through the thingness. If we helped you to get better thingness, we'd leave you in suffering, and that we cannot do. We thank you, we love you, and we celebrate you who are always shining. It is our great joy to help you see this. Thanks for listening.